What's going on, everybody? Levi here, and it's another beautiful day, as you can tell. But this time, for once, we're actually going to have a short review. Promise. Not going to take very long. But we're going to be talking about the Kizer Mini-Sheepdog. This has been my EDC knife for about a year and a half now, and I just wanted to talk about it. So let's go and do that. Alright guys, just gonna go over some quick specs about the Mini-Sheepdog. Steel type, 154 cm. Blade length, 2.6 inches. Manufacturer, of course, Kizer. Handle material, G10. Blade profile, cleaver. The designer, his name is Chris Conaway of Sheepdog Knives. No idea who that is, but he's with Sheepdog Knives, and he designed a pretty cool knife, so there's that. According to Blade HQ, it uses a caged ceramic ball bearing. Flipping it open is very smooth and very easy. Big fan of that. Alright, so now that we're done with that, why am I making a review of this? Well, because I like it. That's why. Let's kind of take it back a step. How did I get it? Or why did I get it? Well, originally I was carrying a Benchmade 940, but I lost it. And with that in mind, I was kind of hesitant to buy another Benchmade or any expensive knife, so I bought this instead. $70 on Amazon. Good price. The steel was decent, and I figured I'd take the gamble, and I'm very glad that I did. So, a couple things. The 940 from Benchmade, which is the one that this is replacing, or replaced, was S30V steel. And, you know, for some reason, I actually kind of prefer this one. S30V is supposed to be the higher quality, harder steel that keeps an edge a lot longer. But for whatever reason, it seems like I have to sharpen this less often than I did the S30V, which is kind of weird. I'm not a knife expert by any means. Maybe that's to be expected, but it's not what I expected. That said, I'm just very happy that this thing holds an edge really well. Also thought the cleaver design was very neat. It's not one of those knives you see very often, a cleaver style, I mean. But when I saw this, I just kind of really enjoyed it. So more the reason to go with this one versus any of the other ones out there. Another thing I really enjoy about this is the pocket clip. And, you know, a pocket clip can easily make or break a knife. With a lot of knives out there, like Kershaw for example, the pocket clips just bend so easily. I've been carrying this knife for a year and a half, and the only complaint I have with this knife, period, is the fact that these little two tiny screws came loose about a month ago. So I tightened them back down. That is it. The pocket clip is not bent. It's still very springy and rock solid. I mean, rock solid. I love that about this knife. It doesn't fall out of my pocket, which I've had happen with other knives before. It just does exactly what you need it to. The color is pretty cool too. I mean, it matches my hat. You can get it in green, black, blue, all in G10. They make the mini sheepdog, which is this one, as well as a full-size sheepdog, which would be a little bit bigger, a little bit more expensive as well, and usually the full-size ones use more premium materials for both the grip and the blade. That said, again, 154 cm steel has served me very well, and I have no complaints with the G10 grip either. Continuing on with the color thing, you get a really nice splash of blue here. Just kind of really brings the whole look together. I'm a big fan of that. Just looks really good. Some might make the argument that the cleaver style blade isn't really the most practical or functional. And yeah, maybe, but I mean, it cuts boxes open perfectly fine, cuts through tape. I've peeled a kiwi with it, just for the sake of the video, I'll show you that. And it does everything I need it to do. Alright guys, what's my verdict? Well, if you were in the market for a new knife, buy one. Seriously, I mean, this is the best knife that I've ever had, honestly. Well, subjectively. The 940 was also very good, but I think for what it is, I don't have to stress too much about losing this thing. It holds an edge. It does what I need it to do. I think it might not be the best knife I've ever owned, but it's the one I'm the most happy with. So 100% buy this knife. You will not regret it. With that all being said, as always, I'd like to thank you all for watching. Check out the Patreon and the good causes down below to support if you want to help us or anyone else out. We appreciate it. That's my grandma driving by for some reason. But anyways, again, I'd like to thank you all for watching, and I'll go ahead and see you all later.